You know, Lanker was just reaching out to me, and I agree with him that the Yankees are on 11:35 today on Peacock, and you only can watch it if you have premium Peacock, and it's 11:35 in the morning. And I told him there's a playoff game coming, a wild card game, and you're only going to be able to watch it if you have Peacock. And he goes, I won't be watching it. And he's tired of it, which I agree. If you're a real fan, you know, MLB's all over the place. Prime one time. You got to look for the games. Or Peacock today. I mean, are you kidding me? MLB's putting a Sunday game on Peacock and trying to put the game so less people can watch it. It's just fucking ridiculous. Even Harris and I yesterday, I thought he wasn't a Lamar Jackson fan. He's not. He thinks the Ravens are overrated. We were talking about the contract, you know, and I was, you know, arguing with him about it's a cat. You know, it's all about the cash. So even if it's $235 million, you got to look at what's the guaranteed money. That's it. And he was talking more about how, you know, if things don't work out with Daniel Jones, which he's a big fan of, they can walk away in 2 years. Whereas with Lamar Jackson, you can't walk away for 5. And I understand what he's saying there. Yes, I do. And he said, well, why did Lamar Jackson feel he should get a guaranteed contract? I said, well, because Deshaun got it. And he goes, well, what does he want? What has he done? I said, well, he was MVP. He goes, but he's hurt all the time. So we looked it up. He missed 8 games the last season. That's a lot of games. Okay, so that's half a season the last 2 seasons. Well, now it's 17 games. And he wanted that money. He got the money, and I said, that's the market. He goes, well, why is that the market? And why does he feel he should get that money? And, you know, they should look at what happened with Russell Wilson getting all that money with the trade, and hasn't panned out. You know, the only guy, and what's Burrow going to get? What is Justin Herbert going to get? I mean, we're going to see. He thinks Will Levis is going to be a beast for the Titans. I'm not sure. I mean, he dropped in the draft, which probably helped him. Also, second-round picks, it's not a 5-year. They can get a new contract within, I think it's a 4-year contract. He can get out of that, get a new deal quicker than a first-round pick. I mean, no, they get more money up front, but he can get quicker to that second contract, which is what you're playing for. It was an interesting conversation we had last night. The Giants, I said, what do you think? He said Barkley, you know, he doesn't believe everything he reads, that Barkley wants $16 million, that, you know, 12.5 he'd probably take. And last year was the first year where he was running like a running back, you know, between the tackles and stuff. And we'll see what can Hyatt be a beast from Tennessee? Will he be? You know, it also depends on the line. Like with the Jets, the Giants also play 7 of the first 10 on the goddamn road. He still thinks they can win 10 or 11 games. Daniel Jones, yeah. We'll see what happens. If he's protected, it's okay. He's still furious about the playoff loss to the Eagles where they went away from everything. And they went for it on a 4th down at the 50-yard line, and they ended up getting blown out in the first half. The game was over. He thought it was terrible coaching. He thought after what all Dable did that, you know, that should have been shown that he wasn't coach of the year. I'm like, you know, dude, you won a playoff game. It's got to mean something. You know, every team wants to make the playoffs. I mean, you know, hopefully the Jets can actually make the playoffs this year. I don't know. You know, I said to him that I think Aaron Rodgers could get hurt. He could. I mean, he's third down, but he says every quarterback. Look at Trey Lance. Trey Lance went down on a running play, but he's also older, and we're going to see what happens. And, you know, we were talking about Brady, you know, taking less money. I said, well, he took less money, too, because he had TB12 at the stadium. He was making a fortune there. And, you know, and that's the thing. I agree with him. Harris is right in that Barkley and all the players, you'll make more money off the field if you win. So, you know, you don't have to take all that money and, you know, get your teammates, you know, everybody makes money. And in the end, you win. It helps everything. I mean, Brady cared about championship. One of his players complaining, didn't make the All-Pro. He goes, we play for championships, not making the Pro Bowl or All-Pro, all that shit. I mean, I guess it is. There's money involved for guys making, but it is. You win championships, it gets you more money. I agree. And everything, legacy, everything. Jeter, set for life. Aaron Rodgers wins here, set for life. Joe Namath. Biggest jet ever. And it's funny, I was talking to Vinny I used to work with, and I sent him pictures of the dog. And, oh, my God, Hank, I love my friend's dogs. I love Hank. I changed my picture to Hank on my phone. I love that dog. I love that dog. It's so goddamn cute. And, you know, every time, you know, you should have stuff around that makes you smile. And then I hung out with Harris yesterday. We sushi, which I haven't had forever, and then we watched this movie, Sisu, was that what it was called? Yeah. Yeah. It said John Wick meets Mad Max. And I think the guy spoke like once in the whole goddamn movie. The lead guy. He was amazing. Yeah, I mean, oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, Sisu. I was dying to see it. We watched it last night. It's crazy. It's $19. He was going to buy it for $24. And now he's like, I should have bought it. Hour and a half. A lot of violence. It was great. It was awesome. And we had a great time. Then we watched the fight. Now, Haney, I thought he was in trouble in the 11th round against Lomachenko. And it ends up that he wins a unanimous decision because he won the 12th round. And I thought Lomachenko didn't do enough. Lomachenko was crying after the fight. Well, after the fight, he didn't say anything. He didn't want to say anything bad. But afterwards, after the fight was done, you know, he had some telling things to say. What did he say? Yeah, I mean, and Lomachenko has been fighting, you know, also 35, 11 years older than Haney. He said before the fight he thought he would be better. He said he's a tough fighter, good fighter, but not a pound-for-pound fighter. Shakur Stevenson was staring him down, and he said, they called me out, and then they ran out of the ring. I can't wait. He called, Stevenson said, is not at my level, and I'm going to show it. He's a tough fighter, but it's a higher skill level that I have. And, yeah, he said he's scared. What did he say? He said he was scared. Haney, he believes Haney's, after staring him down, believes he's scared, should have lost to Loma. And there's a picture, I got a picture of Stevenson staring him down, which I thought was